And welcome to episode 41 of Ripping the Rack podcast. That's 14.
It's inverted.
Oh, it's inverted. I am your co-host, Tim. With me today, as usual, is my co-host, Brian.
Hello, everyone.
How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you, bud?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
You vibing? Are you vibing?
No, I struggled this weekend in a tournament at one of my all-time favorite houses. And I'm sore as hell, like more so than I normally am after 10 strings. So I spent a lot of time today thinking about my own bowling mortality, call it. Um, you know, that's all.
Okay.
Well, no, the end is near, I should say.
Is it?
For me.
Is it?
For me. I think so. I think so.
I don't know about that.
I mean, look, I'm not saying I'm done, this year.
You better not be.
I don't know. And then I got thinking that for every week I bowl and all the tournaments I bowl, including the week at the Worlds, that if I took that, that is a friggin' fantastic vacation that I could be taking with my wife to someplace.
Where?
Where? What do you mean where? Shall I start listing them?
Okay. You would miss us.
Let's see. I could go to Florida. I could go to
You would
Vegas.
miss us.
I could
You
go
would
to
miss us.
Arizona. I could go to San Diego. I
would
could
miss
go to
us.
Aruba. I could go to the Bahamas. I could go on a cruise. I could go to Great Britain. I could go to Italy. I could go to France. I could do where else? Like anywhere in the Caribbean.
And you're gonna get Wi-Fi, and then when people start live streaming the worlds, you're gonna be sad, and you know it.
I don't know.
You know it. You stop it. You stop it.
I just know that I am a lot closer to the end for me, because I always said that when I get to a point where I can no longer be competitive at a high level, that I will pack them up. I will not put on bowling shoes. I will pack it up. I don't believe that I can be
just a league guy.
I don't think I can. I don't think I have it in me to just be a league guy at 100 and.
Leagues are a means to an end for you.
Yes. I don't get me wrong. I have fun at my leagues. I think we know that. But I don't know.
No.
I did not think about this at all. I had not given this a thought.
Is this the first time it's kind of been like, is this it?
Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't even bowl that bad this.
No, you bowled 12-18.
I went 12-18. It's 121.8, 122 average.
And people are allowed to have off days, Mr.
But it's I know, but it's my all-time favorite house. It's the house I grew up in. It's the house.
So in all the times you've ever bowled there, you've never bowled like shit?
Well,
yeah. Stop it.
In a tournament there?
Yeah.
Since I that's the lowest score that I can remember bowling there in a tournament in 20 plus years, 25 years, 30 years, probably.
You sure you didn't have a derby that might have been a little lower than that?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Who knows?
But I wasn't as sore.
You're not sore, you're salty, my friend.
No, I am sore. I hurt places that I never have hurt before, which means that I'm doing something different.
Or it might have been a little sticky. It could have been.
Oh no, it definitely was sticky. I Supermaned it.
What was that?
Oh, do you hear that? That was the dryer. I got the door open.
Oh, Tim, you gotta go fold the laundry. What are you doing?
No.
Go do your chorin'.
That's Angie's job.
You gotta go do the chorin', Tim.
I did not say that out loud.
That you got to go do the choring.
No, nah, I'm good. So no, I'm sore. I hurt. My hip hurt. I Supermaned it. I don't remember the last time I did a Superman over the line before. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm over. But look, I'm not over it.
You're not
Obviously,
over
but
it. No, no, you're not. And it's okay. It's okay to vent. It is okay.
no. So
But hey, you know what? With the COVID numbers going down, you might start having more fun at your leagues on Thursday night, I think.
really,
Maybe.
yeah. Is Jordan going to keep bowling? Because I have fun with Jordan.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe someone else that might keep score.
Maybe. Maybe yes.
Nice, nice.
Maybe somebody who would just sit at the score table and keep score.
That would be good. Because you know I'm not a good scorekeeper, and
Oh no! Everyone, listen. This is dead. This is a public service announcement brought to you by Brian. Tim Matero is the worst fucking scorekeeper on the face of the earth because he is distracted by everything. Continue.
I was going to say, could we at least say it's not because I don't know how to count?
Oh no, you know how to count. You just can't. You just never know when to put a score down.
What do you mean? I know when to put it down. When you're done in the box.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, that was 10, and I'm like, I had a 9 that box. It's 10, and you're just like, oh, 9, okay. And I don't know how many boxes you flip flopped on me, keeping score.
I have squirrel moments and shiny thing moments, and you know when you dangle things, you know, like, oh look, handcuffs, you know,
Keys.
oh, shiny keys.
Yeah.
You know, Tim goes, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm a social butterfly.
Yeah, I know you like to chit chat.
I do. I'm a talker. You know, I kind of have that vibe.
And you know what we're going to talk about today? Our friends from the Great White North.
That's right. We do have, folks.
It's a Canada themed episode.
It's an all Canada show.
Because we miss Canada.
Except for, I do want to mention some upcoming guests that we have. You will notice we do not have a guest today. Brian and I are our own guests. Some upcoming guests that we have. We will have Rusty Neely back on. He is going to discuss his upcoming YouTube show, YouTube bowling show that he's going to have. Hopefully soon, and hopefully announced by yours truly.
Hello.
The hosts of Ripping the Rack, Tim and Brian. So Russ will be back on soon. We will have Amanda Carroll joining us sometime in the next couple of weeks. That will be interesting. We could talk about some pretty good. She's an okay bowler, I guess. I mean,
she's not too shabby.
You know, if you like winning and all that,
yeah,
she's pretty good.
If you like multiple time state titles and multiple record holders, and
yeah, you know, she's all right.
She's okay.
She's okay. We will have Jess Bain will be joining us sometime soon. Jess will talk all things Canada for us.
And Nova Scotia, eh?
In Nova Scotia, eh? Bobby Wickham. We're going to have Bobby on here.
Mm-hmm.
John Starner will be joining us at some point.
That's correct. Johnny Deathdrop.
And Jason Sparks will be joining us. I'd like to get him on.
That's an interview for everyone to tune in for.
You know what? And I'm excited when we have guests on anyway. I really do enjoy.
I'm excited for everyone to see the non-tournament side of Jason.
I've enjoyed every guest that we've had. Jason, to me, is going to be a different one because there are so many ways that this can go.
Mm-hmm. And they're all going to be good.
You know, well, the cool thing is he is a really good 10-pin bowler.
He's a pretty decent candlepin bowler, too.
Well, no, obviously. But I mean, the fact is that we can go down so many different directions with him comparing the two sports, which I know you can't really compare, but you can do some of it. Talking about some of those exploits that he's had on TV. He's been on TV.
Yeah.
He
And
was
he can
on
share some
ESPN.
stories about these guys, like the pro
Yeah,
guys that he's
yeah,
bowled with and seen bowl and drank with, and
and we could talk. He and I could talk Vegas, and
yeah, he's been out there a couple times.
out
Kickball.
there. Yep. So those are some of the upcoming guests. I have reached out to a few others, waiting to hear back. Trying to get some. I am trying to get some of the older bowlers on as well, so we can get some. Try to get some cool stories from the old.
Mm-hmm. Let's hope there's no technology gaps there.
I'd love to get Charlie back on just so we can,
Get a proper interview.
proper interview.
So he can call you a troll all the time?
My God, it would be bad. I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know where that really came from, other than we were at Russ Neely's camp in 2000, summer
This
of
is the
2002.
story. This is the story I've heard from Charlie.
Yeah,
Where it originated from.
yeah, and we were on the party boat, and of course Jordan was there. Jordan, my son Jordan, and he was only 5 years old. And we were celebrating. We had lobster and steak and everything else. We were celebrating our win in November.
Yeah,
as a team. And
beautiful camp, by the way.
Yeah, it's cool camp. Cool camp. And we're out on the party boat, and Charlie just looks at me and looks at Jordan, and Charlie being Charlie. Number one, he's fantastic with kids. He is awesome with kids. He just looks at Jordan and he says, your father's a troll. And it just, that's, there on, it just.
It's not.
So for those of you that question everything Charlie on my Facebook page and everything else, when he's always calling me the king of trolls, and understand, for Charlie, that is a term of endearment for me. He is not saying I am a troll.
The pimp daddy clap emoji is how I know Charlie is somewhere and he's okay. Is that because he always puts like the big pimp daddy clap emoji on things?
Yeah. So yeah.
Whoever taught Charlie how to Facebook, bravo, because you did good.
Charlie is on Snapchat as well.
Oh goodness.
I don't have him on Snapchat. He did tell me he was on Snapchat. His grandkids put him on Snapchat because they wanted to be able to snap him and everything else, just random things. So, I don't know if he truly uses it, but he is on there.
I remember Charlie walking around on his flip phone in Bangor in like 2004. And the joke was, who's he on the phone with? We're like, OnStar. He doesn't know where he is.
Yeah, that seems about right. That seems about right. So we do have some questions.
Canada-themed questions.
Canadian-themed questions. So I will start with one. I know you've got one or two, and I've got a couple here that were sent to us. So the first question I have, Brian, I'm gonna let you answer this one first. Is
okay.
Why do you Americans? It says, why do you Americans look forward to bowling in Canada so much?
Because the whole thing is a fun time. From the time you leave your house in the morning, get in the car, and then you pick your buddies up or your team, or you ride with your team. The car ride is always fun. There's always memories that come out of the car ride. You're in another country, so it feels like a vacation. And you get to spend a good solid amount of time with your buddies bowling, and most of us drinking beer and hopefully winning and bowling good. And then the team dinners are my favorite part of tournaments.
So are you talking worlds?
I'm talking worlds. I'm talking the 560. I'm talking like the Dave Stewart we went to is one of our favorite stories ever, where you almost flipped the truck, and Montana's. And I just remember Penny looking at me going, Brian, do you want a beer? And I'm like, yes, so very much.
That was. I will never not laugh, ever not laugh
in the history of
Evers at that story of
But it's stuff like that
Um,
why I like to bowl in Canada. And for the most part, the houses are good and you bowl good there and it's fun and you see people you only see once or twice a year. Like it's just a fun time to go to Canada and I miss it so much.
so I enjoy going to bowling in Canada for a couple of reasons, very similar to yours. Um, Number one is it's it's just fun, you know. It's
Mm.
it's a I don't know how to explain it for those that have never been. There's a different feel at these tournaments than we have here in the States. Don't get me wrong, it's still fun here.
Yeah.
It is. Um, it's a different feel up there, and I don't know if it's because you know I don't know. I don't have a great answer. Like I got that question, and I'm like, I've been thinking about it, trying to figure out the difference. And some of it's the people. Let's face it, there are far more people that go to watch up
Oh
there
yeah.
than down here. So
A
it's
lot of
not.
a lot of the old bowlers come watch. You don't get a lot of the guys that are retired to come watch a tournament in the States anymore. Or that were once really good. Like you get that in Canada. You get a lot of the older guys that come out and just watch bowling that don't bowl anymore.
Yep. Yep. Um, it's I can think. Look in Halifax when we were going every other year to Halifax for the Worlds.
I
Number
loved and hated that drive.
yes, it was a nine for us. It was a 9 hour drive. Um, but we had some of the best conversations in those 9 hours, and it's those conversations. It's like with Halifax, it was the city. There was more to do. There was more to see.
Yeah.
There was more places to eat. There were, I mean, some fantastic places to eat. Um, the casino was fantastic
And
downtown Halifax.
the the bowling alley had that novelty feel to it where it was below a mall. So it's like,
Yeah,
oh, I'm at the Worlds, but in like 100 feet of walking, I can be in a mall shopping.
yep, a two-story mall, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah, um, and the bowling was fun. Like I find like Halifax Fairlanes is one of my favorite places. Was one of my favorite places to bowl anyway, just because of how well the pins went, how honest it went. Meaning,
Mm-hmm.
if you were throwing a good ball, you were going to be rewarded. And if you were throwing a good ball and you let one go every once in a while down to the right, down to the left, you were going to still be rewarded. But if you were throwing a bad ball, odds are is you weren't going to be rewarded for throwing a bad ball. Um, but it's the people up there. Um,
Yeah. It's a consistency. You knew what you were getting every single time you walked into that bowling alley. And it's just you always knew when you went up for that week of the Worlds, it was going to be a good time. No
yeah,
matter if
yeah,
you didn't even bowl Saturday,
yeah,
it was a good time.
yeah. It was fun. And let's face it, Fredericton, Moncton, St. John, uh, and Halifax. Those are the only four places I've ever bowled. I mean, I've never bowled at BJ's place. Um, Sorry, buddy. Someday I'll get there.
Yeah.
I've never
We
bowled
thought
the
about
Mer.
stopping for the
You know,
what was that? The Dave Stewart?
I think so. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I've never bowled Miramichi. I've never bowled
Mm.
Dieppe. I've never bowled in some of these places.
I was
Um,
supposed to bowl in Dieppe 2 years ago for 2 weeks before the Super Bowl. I was going to bowl the Dieppe 560, and then I was going to bowl the Moncton 560, and the Dieppe one got snowed out. It was a big blizzard that I couldn't get through.
yeah, yeah. So it's one of those. Yeah,
Yeah,
So you want to know why Americans look forward to bowling in Canada so much is, obviously the American money goes a little bit further up there as well.
that's true. The
Um,
beer's a little heavier.
so well, I'm not a drinker, but
I am.
I, but it's just the fact is that, when I was going up there when I was younger and didn't have a whole lot of money, it was nice that my money went further. I could do more things.
Hmm.
Um, so I don't know, but that's the long answer. Why do we look forward to going up there so much? Number one, it gets us away from America.
Yeah, I mean it's always something you look forward to. It's like going on vacation. You just you
Only
get to
you're
bowl.
getting up. Only you're getting up at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, and in a bowling alley until 6, 7 o'clock at night.
So what's wrong with that?
It's not a vacation, like, so to speak. I'm just not at work.
It's an experience. It's a vacation. I don't say vacation. Like I enjoy it. Like it's different. It's something to look forward to. There.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm good with it. I enjoy. I miss it. I miss the people. I do.
Yeah.
I even miss Kelvin.
I'll go that far as to say
I
I
do.
miss Calvin.
I even miss Kelvin. I mean, it won't last long, but I miss him right now. Um, so I don't know. Again, hopefully soon we'll be back up there and you know back doing our thing.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So you have a question? Someone
So
reached out to you.
somebody asked me, speaking of Canada, they asked me where I'd bowled in Canada. I've only bowled 3 houses in Canada: Fredericton, Halifax, and Moncton.
St. John.
Well, no, I bowled St. John too. So out of these 3 houses, though, the ones that they asked me, it's kind of one of those weird, three-way questions.
Oh, three-way.
Yeah. So, but this one was phrased this way: if you could only bowl in one more time, if you could bowl in one for the rest of your league for the rest of your life, that's where you bowled league, and you could never bowl in one again, and it was Kingswood, Moncton Fairlanes, and the now gone Halifax Fairlanes. So Tim, never bowl in one ever again. Bowl in one once a week for the rest of your life, and what was that?
One more time. Bowl in one more time.
And only bowl in one more time. So you go in and bowl, but it's your last time ever. And begin.
I would like to bowl Halifax Fairlanes one more time.
That's it. Just one more time.
I want one more time.
That place has got some memories for you.
Yeah. Good memories. Good memories there. The next one's a little tougher for me, and I'll tell you why. Is Kingswood, obviously, I have a couple of good memories. I mean, we made it to the semifinals. Silent double.
Yep.
By the way, was that in the semifinals? Was the silent double in the semifinals, or was that?
No, that was the quarterfinals.
That was in the quarterfinal. Okay. Someone asked me that. Mark asked me that this weekend, Mark Weber, and I was trying to remember when it was, and I couldn't for the life of me remember.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was quarterfinals. So that was Saturday morning then.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm torn, but I'm going to say I would bowl weekly in Moncton. And if I guess with the wording of the question, And how it was posed, it would be Kingswood would be. I guess that would be, not step foot in Kingswood. I guess.
Really? Huh, okay. Yeah, that was mine too, actually.
I guess. I mean, and that's only because the way the question was posed. Um, I like Kingswood. I would like to go back there again because kind of a cool place.
I did like the bowling alley.
Yep. I'd like to, now that it all has the same pins all across. I'd like to bowl there again.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I guess I can't because I answered that question that way.
In this scenario, no, you can't.
In that scenario, I can't. What about you?
I would say I would bowl in Moncton one more time. I do like the house, but I would want to bowl in Halifax every week. That's how much I like that alley. That would be a great place to bowl league, I think, and I wouldn't bowl in Fredericton again. Not that I don't like it, just out of those three places, that's what I pick.
That surprises me. I would have thought you would have chose Moncton as your once a week place to bowl because of how often you bowled there and the
It's
560
a
and
very close, but I miss. Maybe it's the fact I miss Halifax so much. You know?
I think that's it. I think it's just it's the fact that we just don't bowl in Halifax anymore.
Yeah.
Um, again, great memories in Halifax. Lost a little too much there, but
Yeah.
for my liking. But you know, I got I got another question from a listener.
Okay.
Um, Canadian question, and this is going to be male and female answer.
Mm-hmm.
One male, one female. You have one person, male and female, to make one shot for $1 million. Winner
Mm-hmm.
take all. And let's just say you've got to make the shot and put at least six to tie, seven to win.
Okay.
And I'm going to add to it because that's how they put it. I'm going to add to it current bowlers,
Mm-hmm.
all time bowlers.
Okay.
And go.
Me first?
Yep.
Okay. Um, Current, I have to go with Nate LeBlanc. That's my pick for current. For male, current female, I am picking Jill Wood. Those are my two current picks. And then all time, male is Robbie Henderson, and female would be Kelly Stoyles.
Okay. So current, one shot
Mm-hmm.
to not miss a chance to blow because opportunity comes only once.
Yes.
All right, B Rabbit. Current. I am torn. I am torn between two lovers, feeling like a fool. I'll tell you the two I'm torn between.
Okay.
Okay? Nate LeBlanc
Mm-hmm.
and Corey Smith
Ooh, yep. Mm-hmm.
with one shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not, and again, it wasn't posed to us what the shot was, so I don't know if this is a fair strike, 9-pin drop, whatever. I guess we're just going to say need to mark in the 10th box with a 6 to tie, 7 to win.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Nate. I'll go Nate.
Okay. Yep.
I'll go Nate. God, that's a tough one. Holy shit.
Yep.
I really didn't realize how tough that question was.
I had 3 in my head, so.
Well, no, I mean, there's more that.
Yeah.
Look,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
there's current. I mean, look, there's a lot more that you can choose. That there's some pretty good clutch bowlers in the Canadian world. There really is some good clutch bowlers.
Oh, yes.
Female, current. I'm torn between two. Again. Torn between two lovers. Feeling like a fool. I am torn between Jill and Tasha.
Mm,
And I don't think you can go wrong with either one.
I agree.
I'm going to go with Jill as well. All time. One shot. All time. Now, I guess my question, before I do this, my question is this, when we say all time, is this in their prime or is this current?
It's all time. It's in their prime,
Okay,
right?
I just wanted to make sure. That's it. I just wanted to make sure. Because I'll tell you, these are who I'm kind of looking at here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kansas Snow.
I'm gonna let you explain this to the faithful. I have to take a phone call. I apologize. It's super unprofessional. I'm sorry.
Wow.
It's important.
Impotent. Let's see. So I am going to go. So I'm torn between Kansas Snow, Hal Peterson, Robbie Henderson, and Chris Hollett to make one shot. I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to go Chris. I'm going to go Hollett. Going against the grain there. And that's got nothing to do other than they're all damn good. So I'm gonna go, yeah, I'm gonna go Hollett. And for women, I am torn between Kelly Stoyles and Jill and Tasha. I am as well. Oh boy. Oh, I'm gonna go. I'm going Jill. Jill, don't let me down. Make the shot. You got to split some of it with me. Pretty please and thank you. I would appreciate that. So Brian had Robbie for all time and Nate for now, and then he had Kelly and Jill, and I had Nate and Chris, and then I had Jill and Jill. So I don't know as if there is really a right answer to that question. That's a God damn. That's another tough. That really is a tough one. So that's what I'm gonna go with. Oh, look, everybody! Look who's coming back. It's Mr. Brian. Everybody say hi, Brian.
Again, I apologize.
Hi,
Sorry, that was an important phone call. So
dude,
I apologize, Tim.
It's okay.
All right.
Sometimes you just have to take those calls.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good. It's all good. So I went to recap. You had Robbie as all time, Nate is current,
Mm-hmm.
Kelly is all time, and Jill is current.
Correct. Yes.
Yep. I had Nate as current. I went with Chris Hollett.
Okay.
I was torn between, I was torn between
He
Kansas.
looks like Chris Daughtry.
Yes, I was torn between Kansas Snow, Hal Peterson, um Robbie, and Chris. And I went unconventional, and
I never got to see Kansas Bowl that much.
he was good.
One year in the Worlds, and it was when he was with DeGraff.
Yeah, no, he was good. Kansas was a very clutch bowler. Hal Peterson was a very clutch bowler.
They were both on that the '93 team, right?
The Handwell team. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Tony LeBlanc. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, I didn't even think of Tony. See,
How do you forget Tony?
that's a tough one because again, in his prime clutch, I almost have to change mine to Tony.
Yeah, but you don't have to make a lot of clutch shots when you're bowling 140 pretty much consistently against people.
Well,
Because you're pretty much 7 or 8 pins better than them most of the time.
but if you need a mark, you need a mark to win. That's tough. That really is. That's really tough. And I actually went with Jill over Kelly.
Hmm.
I was torn between Jill, Kelly, and Tasha. Again, there are more obviously a lot of clutch bowlers out there. That's a tie. You know what? I don't like those questions. Don't make me choose between individual bowlers anymore, please.
No. Keep it vague so we can be vague.
Yes, because if it's vague, then I don't offend anyone, and then I don't get messages from people going, "Really?
Why didn't you pick me?
Why didn't you pick me? Really? You didn't even have me in your top 10? You didn't have me in your top 20? Really?" And then
And
I
then
gotta
we
come,
feel bad, and we don't want to feel
and
bad.
then we gotta come back with, "Well, no, I didn't because you suck, and that's why I didn't have you in there." And if you think this song's about you, it probably is.
Don't you?
Yes, so vain. Let's see. I don't have any more questions from
No,
listeners.
I hadn't got any more questions either. That was the only one that I had gotten.
Okay. Um, why don't we wrap it up today?
Okay.
We'll call it a show. We will, like I said, we're trying to get some more guests on. We do have some commitments from some folks. We just don't have commitments on dates.
We're trying to
So,
get some more.
trying to
I'm
get
going
more.
to throw my hat in the ring at booking and see if I can book us some guests as well.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting for it. Sorry. I'm in a I don't know. I've been in a weird. You know what? You know what song has really? It's totally nothing to do with bowling, but it has been in my head and just it's been stuck there for like a week, and it won't go away. And it's all because of TikTok and everything else. You know what it is? I bet you
What?
don't even.
What?
It's from the Greatest Showman. From now on,
Okay.
it has been stuck in my head for a week. By the way, Hugh Jackman is an incredible talent.
Oh, yes. Hugh Jackman is very good.
Dude,
He has the best porn name ever, by the way.
Hugh Jackman. Oh yeah, but the dude can sing.
Dude can act.
Yep. But no, that for some reason that song from now on has been. It's been stuck in my head, and it's all because of TikTok. And damn you, TikTok.
Timmy does the tick of the talks.
Well, I get sucked down a rabbit hole, and next thing I know, it's like an hour later, and I'm laughing my ass off in bed, waking Angie up or something, and then she's getting mad at me, and then I got to put my phone away, and then I can't fall asleep because I'm laughing at the previous thing I just saw.
Oh, Timmy.
I'm such
Timmy.
I'm such a child.
Yeah, we all are, though. It's a good trait. Don't ever
Yeah.
grow up. You're a Toys R Us kid.
Yes, I am. So anyway, that's what I got for this week, folks. As usual, you can reach us at Ripping the Rack Podcast on Facebook. Ripping the Rack Podcast on Twitter, Ripping the Rack Podcast on YouTube. Brian, where else can they?
Well, they
see
can
it
listen
or
to
hear it?
us on Spotify, on iHeartRadio, on iTunes, on Anchor, on Breaker, on Google Podcast, and on Apple Podcast. Or that would be iTunes, I guess. So I
Yes,
already said that.
yeah. And soon, not yet, but soon, we'll be on Discord as well.
Yes, we're setting up a Discord server for our faithful to come on, and you can come on and get in the general chat and ask us questions, and we'll do some watch alongs of some matches on YouTube. We'll see where this Discord rabbit hole takes us.
Yes. Yes. Anyway, thank you, folks. Appreciate it. Reach out to us. We need more questions. We need more viewer participants. If you or anyone that you believe you think would make a good guest on our show, let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know. We're looking to obviously we're looking to promote the game of candlepin bowling, and this is the way that Brian and I feel, that we can do it the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is. It is. I was talking to Tim about this is the way that we feel that we can give back to the game, or
Yeah.
I do at least, and. We always want to talk to everybody we can about bowling. Like, that's what half of, honestly, either a quarter or half of what you do at a candlepin bowling tournament is, other than bowling, is talking about candlepin bowling. So, this is just a way you can talk more about candlepin bowling, because I know most bowlers like to talk about bowling.
Most do, yeah. Yeah. Unless I retire from the game, and then I don't know which one I'll do.
Don't retire, Tim. You're going to bowl forever. Bowl forever. Bowl forever.
I am definitely not bowling forever. Anywho, thank you, folks. Have a great week. As usual, don't forget, Friday mornings, Brian and I, Ripping the Rack podcast on Friday mornings, does not do with candlepin bowling. That is our everything else.
It's Fun Fridays with Tim and Brian.
It's Fun Fridays with Tim and Brian, where, yes, you may hear some bad language. Sorry, not sorry.
Uncle Brian will teach your kids some words.
Yes, you will hear some very bad jokes from Tim, usually trying to get Brian to laugh.
He succeeds sometimes.
Sometimes. I succeed, I think, more in getting Brian Bourgeois to spit out his drink.
Coffee out.
Yeah. Yeah. So Friday mornings, 7 a.m. It comes out 7 a.m. Give us a listen. We have fun.
Yeah.
Good time. I should probably just stop the recording.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, everybody.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Stay safe.